The Utah League of Cities and Towns, they have a Why I Like My Community essay contest.
Yes, I actually leaned over to my mom and said, I wrote one of those. And she said, are you sure?
The second place winner lives in our community, Declan Murphy. She's just finding out for the first time.
Brooklyn Martinson has won an award, but we want to thank the Utah League of Cities and Towns.
I was just like, what? Because I didn't know I didn't know I had won the contest. I knew my teacher had chosen my essay out of my class, but I didn't know I won. And so I was really surprised, like, wow.
The first place winner of the state of Utah, Why I Like My Community contest is Beau Hooper.
I won.
Beau, would you like to come up?
So I heard them say Utah League of Cities and Towns. I'm like, okay.
We would like to have Ellie Stevens please come forward with her mom.
I was so surprised, like everyone just came. Like Dad was there and all my siblings were there and oh my gosh, I was stunned.
My mom told me to dress nice today and I thought she was just being silly, but.
Right now, I'd like to call forward Alyssa Teste.
Celeste actually doesn't know why she's here today. She thinks she's coming to talk about the park. But actually, Celeste, you won the ULCT Essay Contest Award.
And I had no clue. Naughty would even think that any of this would happen.
First place.
Well, actually, it was a total secret. I didn't know anything that was going to happen, but I came to thank City Council for the new park that was built because my mom tricked me, I guess.
Probably a month I've been keeping this secret.
She said that they were going to close down the school and I had to defend it.
I'm a Girl Scout, and for one of the steps we were supposed to attend a city council meeting. So I guess it all just perfectly fell into place. Hi, my name is Declan Martinson and I live in Provo, Utah. I would just describe it as just a fun, caring city where you can just get to know people and it's really beautiful and yeah, there's just a lot of fun things to do. I've heard people who move to Provo say that they aren't used to people being so friendly and they just love how people look out for them. People just welcome each other and you can depend on them. You can go up to Provo Canyon and there's so many beautiful hikes that you can go on. There's also a lot of waterfalls in the winter. The waterfalls are frozen, so it kind of gives you the impression that you're in the ice age if it's snowing. In July, when we have the 4th of July parade, it's huge. Like, there's balloons and they're humongous. They also let the high school bands play, and it's really fun to think that one day you could be in a gigantic parade with whatever instrument you play. If something goes wrong with the parade, then they tell jokes, and they even let kids come up and tell some, which is really fun. I personally didn't come up because I was too much of a chicken. At Christmas, they light up the trees lining the center street and it looks really, really cool. They have Christmas lights on their house shining at the Christmas season. As you can see, Provo is a really fun, caring, beautiful, and festive city. Those are some reasons why I love my city/community Provo.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Teste and I'm from Heber City, Utah. Heber City, Utah, a town that I would be happy to call home for many years to come. My home, that I have watched grow as I have grown. I moved here when I was 6 years old and I never really experienced a community like Heber City before. I never really had like a neighborhood or community that was as generous and like just as nice as this one was. People young and old from the community graciously came together and volunteer at Swiss Days every year. But when I was in the city, I would always I had no idea what to do because there was just too much. And here, everything is very recreational. In addition to those summer activities, there are ample winter sports to participate in as well. Thanks to Heber's snowy winters, you can ski, ice skate, sled, snow tube, snowboard, and much, much more. Even though I haven't lived in Heber that long, I feel so lucky to experience everything Heber has to offer. Heber City has inspired me and given me all I could have asked for. Whether it's the charitable community or the stunning scenery, I'm so grateful that I get to call this wonderful town my home.
I'm Declan Murphy, and I live in St. George, Utah. My community is the greatest place in the world. It has lots of fun things to do and cool places to go. In the middle of my community is the town square. It's really fun to go to the splash pad and the lazy river like next to it. I like to go there and play with friends. The library is where my mom used to take me every week from the time I was a baby until I got into school. I loved the story times and doing activities for summer reading. The people there are so kind. My community also has lots of great parks. One is Thunder Junction, also known as Dinosaur Park. There's also a hiking trail called Temple Quarry Trail. It winds around the hill. I hiked it with my dad. It's nice to hold his hand and talk to him while we hike. I love my community because it has so many fun things to do. But the best part about it are the people who share the experiences with me.
Hi, my name is Ella Stevens and I live in Pleasant Grove. Have you ever wondered how Pleasant Grove came to be? It all started on September 13th, 1850. That's when early pioneer settlers were drawn to a small mangrove of beautiful little trees. The roots these early settlers put down have blossomed into beautiful communities and neighborhoods in Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove has some neat ecology. First, there are ponds with lovely greenery surrounding them, and my family loves to go fishing there. We quietly sit by the shore, listening to the soft sound of cool rushing water and rustling leaves. While we fish, we watch the cute ducks, big fish, and friendly faces of excited kids. Those ponds grew out of that first little mangrove the settlers found that day. Every once in a while, we see a flock of birds flapping overhead. Many birds love to use the shady trees to live in and thrive. Those trees make good resting spots for tired migrating birds, too. There's definitely a reason why Pleasant Grove is called the City of Trees. Pleasant Grove has a rich culture filled with opportunities. That's another reason why I love it. The people are what connect everyone together. They build relationships. You know, the part of just, being together just makes a community a community. These communities are strong and tight-knit, a lot like a grove of trees. The history of this great town helps me understand how it's named and how it came to be. I'm so glad I could live here.
My name is Beau Hooper. I go to Nebo View Elementary. Why do I like my community? There are lots of reasons I like my community. The first thing I like about my community is when COVID hit, people from the community started dragging me on Friday nights. Some people had cool cars and they drive them and they would roll down their windows and say hi to each other and they turn up their music really loud. The next thing I like about my community is the tradition of the Ute Stampede. I like the rodeo because the bull jumpers. I have never missed a stampede yet. This year has been a really good year for our sports teams. Football, basketball, and wrestling have all been state champions. When they won, we went and honked our horns and congratulate them. Go Jewab! I can name a lot of reasons I like my community. A nice place, fun to live in, lots of things to do.
I'm Celeste Davis and I'm from Cedar HIlls. Cedar HIlls is an incredible community to grow up in. I've enjoyed many great experiences and opportunities while living here. We're by the foot of beautiful mountains and we have a very pretty canyon just over there where you can drive and enjoy. We have lots of greenery and just beautiful area to enjoy and be outside in. I've been able to give input about our city as a young person, enjoy great outdoor recreation, and participate in fun traditions every summer. Well, actually, for a church activity, Mayor Reese was able to come and talk to my group of girls about the city and about the council meeting. And she was telling the kids that they loved hearing input from the children of the community, and she said that there's going to be a new park and that we could go and give input there. When the public input portion of the meeting started, I stood up and was able to talk to the city council members and Mayor Reese about what I would like to see in the new park. Especially as a young person where sometimes you don't get heard as much or where you don't have the opportunity to do that, it was really special for me as a kid to be able to go and give my opinions heard and see what happened because of that. I told them that I was really excited for the new park, and I just kind of said some of the things that I would like to see in the new park, like zip lines and ropes courses and a splash pad. And to my amazement, when it was built, all of those things that I had asked for had gotten into the park, which I thought was so crazy. Cedar Hills is a city that values all of its citizens' opinions, even the little ones. Cedar Hills is a city that gives its residents trails and community centers and beautiful places to enjoy the outdoors. Cedar Hills is a city with events that allow neighbors, friends, and families to come together to enjoy their city and make connections and memories that will last a lifetime.